Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be checking out a game that was just recently announced, and I know we have seen a little bit of gameplay footage previously. However, they did an official gameplay reveal not too long ago, and I felt like even though there's a lot of hype going around right now and a lot of content creators are pushing out videos regarding this new game, I feel like I should probably put my input and just make a video just to kind of go along with the hype, mostly because this game is focused around law enforcement, and that is my primary focus with this channel. Now, what you're looking at here on screen is a new game called Unrecord, and Unrecord is a single-player FPS that tells the story of a tactical police officer from the perspective of a police body camera. You'll work to solve a complex case which will require detective and tactical skills to succeed.
Is Oscar.
Now, the main thing that I think is so unique about Unrecord is that it is a police first-person shooter, a law enforcement first-person shooter, and we don't really have too many of those. There aren't a lot of shooters that focus on law enforcement. Most shooters are centered around things like military and special forces or other types of concepts like mercenaries, and being somebody who is passionate about games like Ready or Not, for example, where the goal is to save lives rather than shoot everything that moves, it forces the player to have a much different mindset while playing the game. I'm also a huge fan of the idea of having more realistic and immersive police simulators. The ones that have been released that we thought were going to be amazing, for example, there was a police simulation game that released a couple of years back, and it was extremely dull and it was missing a lot of important critical features. Now, I think a good example like LSPDFR for GTA 5 and even GTA RP on 5M are the closest games we've had to an actual police sim, which focuses around the story of being a cop. For RP, you're role-playing the character of a cop, and you've got, Crim versus RP type roleplay, and then you got LSPDFR, which is more realistic, and you got all these different modifications to sort of give you this police simulation immersive feel. So like I said, with a new game coming out focused around the story of being a cop, it'll be a breath of fresh air to play a first-person shooter with a different perspective. One thing I do want to talk about, though, is that people are concerned about the footage actually being real. Supposedly, there have been many doubts raised about the authenticity of the gameplay. The developers have confirmed that the game is being developed on Unreal Engine 5, and the gameplay footage being captured is from an executable and being played using mouse and keyboard. They have strictly gone on to say that it is not a VR game. They say in reality it seems rather flattering to compare the graphics of Unrecord to reality, but they go on to say that the game first focuses on gameplay and the universe, and this is what they believe is a primary focus and concentration for the game. They also mentioned that with games having such a high production cost and the team's global reputation at stake, if Unrecord was a scam, it would be a blockbuster scam. The developers also stated they do not use any real videos of external rendering to Unreal Engine for the creation of Unrecord. Again, reassuring us the project is very real. Now, of course, I do have some doubts there, especially with the shakiness of the camera and some odd bits here and there that make things look rather, I guess, skeptical. Now, I will say we have seen games in the past with an extremely incredible reveal trailer with astonishingly amazing graphics only to be released and be completely let down by massive downgrades, and the gameplay looking nothing like what they displayed in their previous gameplay trailer. For a good, I guess, example here, take Rainbow Six Siege. You go back and you look at the reveal trailer, it looks so different compared to what we have nowadays. So this isn't necessarily anything new. However, I still think the game is worth being hyped up about, considering if the game does look, perform, and play like the trailer, it might actually be pretty good. Either way, that's all we really have to go off of here. I'm curious as to what you guys think about this new game that'll be coming out eventually called Unrecord. I think it looks amazing. I think the idea around it and the focus with law enforcement is just amazing. I really hope it lives up to all the hype and the potential that there seems to be here. We'll just have to see in due time. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments. That's going to be the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for sticking to the end, and we'll see you in the next one.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Where the fuck is Oscar?